Hi guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good, restful spring break. I know it was kind of a weird spring break, right? A lot of us really couldn't go anywhere, but hopefully you got to just spend some time with your family and maybe got to sleep in a little bit, not have to sit in front of the computer. But welcome back. I'm so excited that you are starting another week of digital learning. Just to let you know really quick, I sent your parents an email, and it's an email that I actually want them to read with you. So if you haven't read that email with your parents yet, just give them a friendly reminder. It just has some important things about digital learning as we go forward, okay? So here is your morning message for today of what to expect. Things are going to look just a tiny bit different, so just make sure that you're paying attention. You're going to go in your digital learning. If you notice, I now have our weeks, since we're going to be doing a lot of weeks of digital learning. So week 3, April 6th to April 10th, that's what week we're in. So if you go down, you'll see Monday, April 6th, 2020, that's today. So you're going to go ahead and click in there. Again, you have your discussion topic where you can post any kind of questions or concerns if you don't understand something, or you need maybe better directions. You can post something there. You do not have to post if you're finished. You don't have to say, I'm finished. I already know. Ms. Holland can check, so that's okay. You don't have to post any discussions just to say that you're done. Okay, so if you notice, as we start, science, reading, and writing are going to actually be all together, because what we're doing in science is going to kind of have to do with what we're doing in reading, which is going to have to do with what we're doing in writing. So it kind of like fits all together like a puzzle. Okay, so if you open the tab for science, reading and writing, the first thing you're going to do is you are getting an introduction to your science lesson. Last week we talked about social studies, our branches of government. So this week we're going to go back to science. The week before digital learning, boys and girls, remember that we did plant adaptations. Remember we talked about special features that plants have or changes they make to help them survive in the environment. This is the same thing, except now we're talking about animals. So this is going to be a really, really fun unit. And what we're doing in science, we're going to actually get to do with reading and writing too. So I think you're really going to like it. So you're going to listen to this introduction to animal adaptations lesson. Miss Vitale is the one giving the lesson. She's another 3rd grade teacher. When you're done with that, you're going to listen to a read aloud. And the read aloud is called Looking for Animals, and it's about animal adaptations. Miss Bonilla is doing the read aloud. With the read aloud, before you start, please make sure, and it says on here, you need a piece of paper and a pencil. You're going to be taking notes with Miss Bonilla. She's going to teach you how to take notes as you're listening to the story. Remember that Ms. Holland can check to see how long you've watched the whole lesson. So I can tell if you've only clicked on it and maybe watched 20 seconds. You need to listen to the entire lessons, okay? It's just like you would be sitting in front of Ms. Holland listening to me if you were sitting on the carpet, right? Like a lesson, okay? So when you're done with the read aloud, you are going to be listening to a lesson by Miss Stape, and she is teaching you how to write a constructed response. If you think about that, well, you're going to say, well, we already learned how to write a constructed response. You're right, we did. Before all of this happened, we were getting ready for milestones. So this is just like kind of a quick review, just to remind you, how do you write a constructed response? And so make sure that you listen very carefully to that lesson. When you're done, you're going to actually get to write your own constructed response. So you're going to do a discussion topic. You're going to answer the question, why are animals hard to see in nature? You're using the read aloud, looking for animals, to find your text evidence. So remember that you need to have at least like 2 details or 2 examples. You're finding them from the read aloud, okay? So Miss Stape tells you all about how to do that there, and then that's what you're doing for your writing. Okay, please make sure that you have at least 4 sentences, okay? I expect to see the same kind of writing that I would see in the classroom. When you're done with that, you're all done with science, reading, and writing. So I'm going to go ahead and collapse that, make that smaller, because then you're going to go into math, okay? And this looks like a lot, but I promise you it's not. You're going to listen to a very short introduction lesson on volume. We're starting a new standard, measuring volume. You're going to find out all about what that means. So you're going to listen to this very quick lesson, part 1, because that lesson is going to tell you how to do the math discussion. For the math discussion today, you're going to be doing a little bit of exploring at home if it's okay with mom or dad. Make sure that you check with a parent to be sure. If not, then you have some pictures in the discussion post that you can use, and you'll be able to see those in there. When you're done with the math discussion, make sure you do all 3 parts. You're going to watch the second part of the volume lesson. That's where Ms. Holland's going to be really introducing what is volume. How do we measure volume? What does that mean? And then you're going to have a quick little show what you know practice. It's only 5 questions, and it has to do with what we're doing in the lesson. So it should be pretty easy. It ties in with the lesson, okay? When you're done, you're all done for Monday's assignments, okay? The only thing you have left is Ms. Vitella's friends, you have some extra resources there that you can use. Remember that Ms. Holland will be checking email, checking the discussion post. Make sure that if you do post a discussion for writing and for math, that you go back and check to see, oh, did Ms. Holland leave a comment, or maybe did a friend leave a comment? Let me go back and check to make sure, that you're all good before you're completely done, okay? So that is all for today. I love you. I miss you. And be sure to do everything and follow all the directions. Love ya.